Hey, what's going on? Jeff Ratcliffe here with your top 5 fantasy quarterbacks for 2018. We're going to start at number 5. And number 5 for me is Carson Wentz, coming back from the ACL injury last year. But let's be clear that he was on pace for a potentially historic season. He was on pace for 40 touchdown passes, and you know that's only been done 12 times in NFL history. So Wentz was absolutely fantastic in his sophomore campaign. We know the Eagles offense is good. They're the reigning Super Bowl champion Eagles offense. He has a lot of weapons in that offense, and Wentz can really sling the rock around the field. The biggest question is whether or not he's going to be on the field in week 1, but I don't think it matters much because we're still going to get most of the season, if not the entire thing, with Wentz. So he comes in at number 5. Number 4 for me is Cam Newton, and I know some folks out there love to hate Cam Newton for fantasy purposes, but let's be real here. Come back to us a little bit. He's finished as a top 5 fantasy quarterback 4 times in the last 6 years. Just do the math. 4 times in the last 6 years. The last I checked, that's pretty darn good. He has upgraded weapons in this offense as well. The team went out, they drafted a dynamic wide receiver in DJ Moore. Of course, Christian McCaffrey in the backfield gives him that added boost. And Greg Olsen getting him back really helps this offense out a lot. Cam Newton with his unique dual threat ability, arguably the top running quarterback in the NFL right now. That adds fantasy points. Remember, every 40 rushing yards is the same amount of fantasy points as a passing touchdown. So Cam Newton at number 4. At number 3, another dual threat quarterback in Russell Wilson. He's the reigning number 1 fantasy quarterback, finished first at the position last year. Now, he does have the loss of Jimmy Graham. He's no longer in that offense, and Jimmy Graham did score 10 touchdowns. So there's a little bit of a downgrade in terms of the receiving options for Russell Wilson, which is why I don't have him at number 1. But still, he has the dual threat ability, very good running quarterback. Regained that after a down year as a rushing quarterback in 2016, regained it last year. And, as a whole, he's just good at football. So he comes in at number 3 for us. At number 2, let's go with Tom Brady. Is this guy ever going to age? He's defying father time, 41 years old, coming off of an age 40 season that some might say was one of the best of his career. The guy goes out and leads the league in passing, was one of 3 quarterbacks to top 30 touchdown passes, took the team to yet another Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but does it matter for fantasy? Absolutely not. What matters is he puts points on the board, showing no sign of decline. Tom Brady, as crazy as it is, at age 41, our number 2 fantasy quarterback. At number 1, this one's easy. He makes the game look like a video game. That's Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Played in just 7 games last season. We saw a number of the top fantasy options get hurt last year. Rodgers, Beckham, Johnson. Well, that wasn't fun, but he is poised for a big bounce back year. And he was off to a great start. Let's be clear. Last year, he was second in the league in touchdown passes when he was hurt there after the first 6 weeks of the season. And he is set up to succeed yet again in that offense with Davante Adams really stepping into his own. Aaron Rodgers is a guy who can go out there easily and get you 4,000 plus and 30 plus touchdowns in his sleep. He is that good. So he comes in as our number 1 fantasy quarterback for 2018. You think we're missing somebody? I think there's one big name that I may not have mentioned there. Well, give us a comment below, and of course, make sure you subscribe to Pro Football Focus Fantasy for more fantasy football videos, and go check us out at profootballfocus.com.